Ready for a story? Now here's a very different one. It's called The 12 Huntsmen. Once, long ago, a king's only son was engaged to be married to a princess he loved very much. The king didn't realize his son was already in love, so when he was dying, he called for his son to come to his bedside. "My father is sick," the prince said to his princess before he left her. "Take this ring and wait for me. I'll be back for you when I'm king, and we'll be married." But when he saw his father sick in his bed, he became so upset that he forgot everything else. "Promise me," the king asked on his deathbed, "that you will marry the daughter of the king from our neighboring kingdom." "Of course, father. Whatever you ask, I'll do." And with that, the king died, and the prince became the new ruler. Naturally, because he had promised, he soon became engaged to the neighboring princess. When the first princess heard the news, she was so sad that her father said he would give her anything if only it would make her happy. "Then give me this," she asked, 11 girls who look just like me, so that I can go to see the prince, but not by myself." Her father agreed, and when all 11 had been gathered, she had the boots of the huntsmen and the hats and the pants made for each one of them, and for herself. They took off on horseback at a gallop and presented themselves to the king disguised as huntsmen who wanted to ride with him. Well, he thought they were such good-looking young men that he said yes at once, and didn't at all recognize the princess he had loved so much. Now, you should know that the king had a favorite lion who talked, and who was also quite wise. "These huntsmen," the lion advised him, "are not men, but women in disguise. If you want to prove it, drop peas all over the floor of their room, and you'll find out." "Peas? What will that tell me?" asked the king. "If they're men," said the lion, "they will just step on the peas. Women will walk around them." So the king commanded his servant to take peas and throw them on the floor. The servant, however, liked the huntsman and told them about the test. "Okay," the princess told the others, "we have to walk right on the peas and squish them flat, so that they'll think we're men." And so they did. Well, with the squished peas, the king thought his trusty lion wasn't telling the truth. "Wait," said the lion. "The women were warned about the peas. Give them some spinning wheels next, and see if they start spinning on them. Men would never do that." "One more time," said the king. "Then enough of this nonsense." And he had spinning wheels sent to their room. "Oh," said the servant, "this could only be another test. You must ignore the spinning wheels." And so again the women outsmarted the king and the lion and didn't pay any attention to the spinning wheels. "Now," said the king to the lion, "have you had enough?" And he decided to take the huntsman out with him on a ride to meet the princess. Well, when they were all saddled up and on their way, the disguised princess, who loved the king more than ever, discovered that they were going to meet the other princess, the one his dying father had asked him to marry. She became so upset that she fell from her horse to the ground. The king rode immediately over to her to see what was wrong, because he'd come to like his band of huntsmen very much. He quickly removed the gloves on her hands and couldn't believe it when he saw on her delicate finger the ring that he had given the princess he'd asked to wait for him so long ago. Then he tore off her hat, and her beautiful brown hair came tumbling down over her shoulders. He realized who she was and how much he had loved her. "You must tell the neighboring king that I cannot marry his daughter," he said to his loyal servant. "I've already found the one I love, and she is not only a woman, but a huntsman as well."